Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Piglet here once again, and I'm Sylvester here, we're back from the Moxie Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii / PlayStation 2. So last time that we actually did manage to completely done with, let's just say, the daytime version of the daytime station, Eggman Land, as well as some bunch of missions occasionally, and then also we managed to completely done with Act 1 in nighttime in Eggman Land, which was Infiltration. And so for this video is that we're about to continue on with the nighttime stages in Eggman Land, where we're going to be exploring Robot Factory, according to what this level is called though. So, yeah. So, I guess there's not much else we can actually just to think about it. Well, besides, we're just about to talk about the level itself. Here we have ourselves a gimmick here. We're about to be riding onto those conveyor belts. Like, every time when you just went onto one of those, then you should able to actually just run out for it. Then by just simply just, you know, tapping the control stick like a few many times, or 2 times or what have you, so that you can actually get a bit faster, and then you won't able to get pushed all the way back. Not to mention, you're gonna have to dodge those flamethrowers every once in a while, in occasional moments where we're gonna have to take care of these electricity floating enemies. So, yeah, I think that's as far as as far as when this level is concerned. I think that's all I can say about this level. Well, besides there's some bunch of hazards here and there, so I think that's all I can just just to think about. So well, besides that though, you know, we only got about 4 stages to go for the Werehog stages until we actually done with the Werehog department. Well, not exactly just yet though, because there are some things we're gonna have to take care of first. I believe that I don't think we can actually get some more extra lives off screen, because I'm pretty sure that we pretty much be fine with this game in particular nearly towards the end, because, well, obviously that, you know, you can restock those lives every time when you complete the level or you exit out the level, so at least it's not like in the HD version that you have to like keep your lives as you can. Like, you're gonna have to keep up with your lives count even more, especially with your rings count. You need to be up into like 100 and stuff. So yeah, actually let's not deal with the wheel of the water barrel just yet, because we have to actually switch the direction to the conveyor belt. So in this case, if we actually press the green switch, or the first things first, we have to check those boxes, bunch of boxes I should say, and in that way we can actually change the direction for the conveyor belt's direction is. So even then, since we actually did that, that means we can now carry this water barrel over to the to extinguish the fire. So yeah, quite a lot of lava going on here. Yeah, which I think that's what this is because of normally the although mostly the factory itself contains like a bunch of lava in there, almost like a reference to me from the Bowser's Castle syndrome. Well, I won't exactly true that, but normally it has some metal stuff, unlike traditional I just. Sorry for the bit of a lack of awkward dialogue going on here, is because there's not much else we can say about Eggman Land. It's basically, you run through 5 acts in this particular version as opposed to the HD version and the 360 version. You have to go through this only for 1 act, and that's about it. So, even for a longer stage, as a matter of fact. And conveniently enough though, I think this meant to be the last area or this last spot in this level, so I kind of think about it because there are some enemies we're gonna have to fight against again, so we're playing with those really irritating wasps enemies again. Seriously, I just really hate those wasps in reality as well, because they always try to bug me, especially when I was like, there's one in our room which I constantly have to bust and mob out of our room, and then occasionally just like to actually hover around for a bit, which it kind of feels a bit too much of a hassle for me. But anyway, so I think that's what we're gonna say about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those remaining rings. Well, specifically some bragging rights. Well, besides with the S rank department in this level. So yeah, as far as we can actually just figure this out right now. So I don't think there is any way. Yeah, this part kind of feels a bit pointless to go either to left. Instead, let's have to go to the right. Now we have to climb and just avoid those spikes. Luckily though, you can actually dodge them from the bottom as opposed to the top. But if you somehow go to the top, you will get your health damaged, so just keep that in mind. And yet again, we have an S rank. So, yeah, I can't believe how this level is actually really short, kind of thing about it. Like, we overly beat it by under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, besides that, however. So, anyway, so, yeah, we got 2,300 skills, and we still haven't got quite enough yet until we actually get ourselves the next level up status. Mostly, I think the last ones are the Unleash level 5, and then Health level 5. So, I believe in grand total of the maximum amount of forces you possibly can get, it was 72,000. So, here we go. Level 3, Beyond the Factory. So, yeah, we only got about 3 levels to go, so, yeah, I guess there's not much I can explain. Well, besides that, I think this level is going to be influenced heavily borrowed from, or essentially trying to be main focus is platform heavy. So, this means you have to go onto these poles, monkey bars, and that's about it, basically, and as well as some pushing blocks and stuff. So you're gonna have to be very careful, don't get shoved over to the these cube stuff in the background or the foreground. So even then though, you don't want to get shoved over and stuff. Yeah, at least we got a no battle theme, or in this case not a repetitive music going on with the battle themes going on when we're fighting those enemies. So I just wish it just has that more to begin with, because, well, at least in the 360 version it's more balanced. Well, when it comes to, like, you get a actual Eggman lens music as opposed to the repetitive music for a battle theme. So I did not meant to do that though, but you know, besides, you know, stuff like this can happen. So anyway, so a few things we want to mention about certain things is the fact that well, I do know for a fact that Styx and Sonic already mentioned about the new Pikmin game we're about to come out on Nintendo 3DS. And for what I've heard of it, it's actually quite although I believe that it might actually have the exact same gameplay style as it does it for the other or the objective-wise will be very similar to the previous games, but the entire gameplay itself is rather different. It's like a side-scroller game, like let's just say a 2D gameplay, just like it does in 2D Robo Ziplash. Well, I don't know what to say about this though, but anyway. But I believe you have to use the stylus in order to actually use the Pikmin you have to use the Pikmin on well, specifically onto the touchscreen and the Pikmin for the 3DS. And I think that was actually a good reason that how that Pikmin for the 3DS will actually be announced on so after all, that Mickey and Joy actually did done Pikmin 1, and you and Chip have already done Pikmin 2, but all it needs remaining now is Pikmin 3, because after all, that I'm assuming that because if either depends on the Pikmin 3DS, although it still is announced at the moment, although still it doesn't have its own name yet. Well, for my concern is it was I can't really. Sorry for a bit of an awkward dialogue again, because, well, you know, not much I can talk about it. Besides, you know, we've almost pretty much near towards the end of this playthrough, so that, after we actually finish this playthrough up, then we can actually, or some other toys will actually going to be doing a next Sonic game playthrough, which that will be pretty exciting. So, yeah, besides that, yeah. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward for the next 3DS game on the lineup, which was Pikmin for the 3DS. Although originally, that if it says Pikmin 4 on here, that there might be, I was kind of a little bit let down for that name. But for my concern, it was actually, I was hoping that the name should be Pikmin, the Lost, no, that will be unfitting name. Anyway, well, I guess we'll just have to find out until the actual thing comes out during 2017, according to that release date or something like this. So, anyway, and another thing is worth mentioning is the fact that, unfortunately though, until when it gets to the 30th of September for the Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Wii U, that unfortunately the tournament thing will have to be shut down until when it gets to September the 30th. I think it's the reason being for that is because, well, unfortunately though, the Wii U is actually slowly trying to actually discontinue it until when it gets to, I don't know, but usually that, for what I'm concerned, although granted we only got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild coming out coming up, in 2017. So at least we can actually get that. Which, from what I understand, I think my predictions is going to be likely Zelda Breath of the Wild will have to be my true honest opinion that it'll probably be my last Wii U game I'm about to be getting. So because I'm assuming that they're about to be moving on to Nintendo NX during that 2017 after all. So yeah, that's what I was gonna understand what I was trying to say. So, and plus, yeah, and I think there's also not to mention for that is because I think they're trying to, I believe they were hoping to actually develop the NX version of Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo NX or something like this. So even then, oh god, this shifting wall is trying to shove us off to the cliff. Well, this is going to be really tremendously horrible right there. All you're doing this action sequence is by dodging those spike balls that are dropping down from those these sides of platforms besides that. So yeah, and there's also this little block thing that are trying to shift you into the end of the edge of the platform, which we won't let that happen. And sadly, we didn't get an S rank though, but we got an A rank by, god damn, 40 points off. But at least we got some points though. Well, not as like too much, but at least we got ourselves an Unleashed level 5. And then we got one more status left, which was Health level 5. And then as soon as we actually get that, then we pretty much get our Werehog fully leveled up. So that'll be pretty nice. I think the most points though is that what I've saw on the other YouTube players, or the YouTube Let's Players. Oh yeah, the 2 0 points in level 4, which means we have to go all the way down to the 0 point, obviously. So yeah, for what I've noticed is that for what I've actually watched the some certain playthroughs of Sonic Unleashed for this specifically onto the Wii and PlayStation 2 version, is that they managed to get the Werehog status even leveled up. Well, except for the blind playthroughs per se, because normally they well, again, this game came out in 2008, among the same year as it does it for Super Smash Bros. Brawl came around in 2008 as well, including Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games on the Nintendo DS, and as well as what else that came out in 2008 during that time? Well, there was, well, obviously the Xbox 360 version of Sonic Unleashed, and as well as the PS3 version, the PS2 version, and the Wii version, obviously. So, oh, and also Knight's Journey of Dreams, in this case, in the PAL version of Knight's Journey of Dreams, in the Nintendo Wii, that, well, it did actually came out on that year. Well, usually for what I understand what I'm trying to do about it. Oh yeah, hidden item there. So all you're doing is the beginning part, you're just gonna have to carry this heavy crate until you actually protect yourself from those flamethrowers, because again, if you get hit by the flamethrower, you cannot go through it, unlike the ones in the 360 version. So if you actually get, like, you know, if you let the flamethrower actually block your progression, it will actually just, like, you know, you'll instantly just fall off the bottomless pit down below. So you don't want that. So instead you just have to use the metal crate to protect yourself. So yeah. So apart from the oh yeah, before we get into that actually, that I just want to show you briefly for a second, because if you actually carry this heavy crate out at all times, by the way, because if you do that, then this will actually gives you, if you reach up to that up point here, this gives you a more force points and an item box. So yeah, just keep a little notification and satisfied for a little 100% completion list. So yeah, even then we haven't exactly entirely 100%ed it yet. And we have ourselves a 3 emblem grab-a-thon thing again. Even though we haven't done that since I believe last time we actually did done it was actually Alaska Night, I believe, in the Ice Palace, or in this case the Ice Temple, but it's actually quite a long while since we're actually doing this gimmick. So, but instead, however, we're going to be doing with quite a bit of a tricky platforming right here, because if you're actually trying to actually step onto that platform, yep, this thing is going ridiculously fast. So, yeah, it's all about timing requirement here, ladies and gentlemen, so that, well, there's gonna be a lot of like faster platforming, or this fast platforming. You're gonna have to encounter that quite a few times here. Although, for what I found, what I highly recommend to you is that you're gonna have to wait until this platform shows up. Although you don't want to be too slow on that part, or especially too late, or too early for that. Oh, goodness gracious. That was actually quite close right there. But at least we get ourselves a little token right there. I believe this might be the final time to do that gimmick, because every now and then, since we already got 2 nighttime stages left until we actually completely done with the nighttime stages in this particular version, because oh my goodness gracious, we actually done quite a lot of nighttime stages in the Wii version, so if you go over there, then it should able to take you to the next token sequence here. I believe there's also another way you can sort of grab that, but I haven't exactly encountered that for myself, because I just don't want to risk myself to actually wasting all my actual lives. Well, besides bragging rights, so yeah, let's just go ahead and swing from monkey bar to another. And hopefully we're not gonna instantly trying to go all the way down, because if the bad things can happen is the fact that, well, obviously we might just ended up losing a life, and also we might actually restart the section again. So, anyways, I think we managed to make it all the way there, surprisingly. And we somehow managed to, oh, there it is. For a second though, I thought we actually lost one of them, but at least we found one at the end. So, with that being said though, the token collectathon that we actually did there a second ago, I think that'll actually do it for now. So because of that, we just have to mainly focus on just trying to beat up the crap that likes out these enemies for right now. So, yeah, which, truth be told though, that, well, you know, the battle theme is still repetitive. But hey, at least we only got about 2 levels left now, so, hey, at least we got to those. So, yeah. Oh, great. Stupid electrifying, like, paralyzed. So, in this little battle arena, it's basically, we ended up into the elevator sequence, very similar to how it does it in the first level of the Nighttime Eggman Land. Except the noticeable difference is it's going to be a lot harder, and plus a little bit smaller, because now you do have bottomless pits to worry about, because, well, if you somehow accidentally just went like a dash forward attack like the way we did there, if we somehow accidentally do that when we almost near off the edge of the arena, I'm pretty sure, although, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you might actually have to restart the elevator sequence again, which that will be a bad thing. And we actually have ourselves this same guy again from the first act, but I'm pretty sure that we might actually encounter even more of these guys. Oh goodness gracious me, we're going to get knocked over. There we go. There's one down, and we still have some little bit of some enemies right here to deal with here. And there we go. So I think we should able to continue. And I'm pretty sure it just spawns in even more of those. Or maybe that's the end? I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure I think this is the end. Let's just say, before we do anything, yeah, there's nothing there. So, I guess that's it. Okay, so let's see how we did. We got an S rank. Sweet. If we could have just potentially trying to get 40 points in the previous level, then we should be able to get 3 S ranks in a row, but somehow we just only got 3 S ranks in a row in this stage. So, somehow we got 2,940 points. So, how much points do we have left? We really don't know. We only got about quite a few points left. So, I'm guessing, unfortunately though, that we're actually gonna have to end things off here, even though we could just potentially do one more level and then end things off here. But I'm gonna have to do that as for now. So, yeah, I'm guessing we're just gonna have to end things off here. So next time on Let's Play Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii / PlayStation 2, that's we're about to be doing the last nighttime level, and also the last level in Eggman Land's nighttime stage. And hopefully we can actually restore the 7th and final Chaos Emerald and the continent as well. So see you guys then. Later, fellas.